Josh Green here, 4 Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by top trainer Joe Gallagher here in Barnsley. How are you doing today, Joe?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Thank you. Sun's out, guns are out. Let's go.
Tell you what, I really needed that sun cream yesterday. I've topped up today, but tomorrow night, Billy Denny's out in a big show here on Sky Sports. Huge opportunity for him. What is he looking to show on Saturday?
We've said it all week in the gymnasium. This is his first time now, one of these big shows, and it's all about him showing composure and getting the win, no matter how, whether it's over 6 rounds or by stoppage. He's a good kid, a durable kid, and we can't let the moment get to Billy. Billy's got to go in there and stay disciplined, listen and compose and enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's an outdoor event. It's at a stadium. Not many fighters get to fight in a stadium, and yeah, he's just got to go out and enjoy the moment.
For a fighter that's not fought maybe on this kind of level, it's going to be 7,500 in there. It's a stadium show. How does, if at all, the preparation and the feeling feel different going into a fight like this?
It will be for Billy. Obviously, all of a sudden they're used to seeing him fight on small halls in Oldham and bringing good support. Now the supporters are getting away day and it's on a Sky Sports show. People have got to be watching, and for him, he's got to handle, or the people around have got to handle the people that are around him, to say leave him alone, let him rest, don't be phoning all the time, let him sleep in the hotel, let him eat and let him go and do his job. And everyone understand that the fans turn up, enjoy themselves and let Billy just do what he has to do to get the win.
I know you're a busy man and the gym's always busy. You know, no double duty this weekend, you just on one show?
Yeah, just the one this weekend, yeah.
I saw Jack Massey was down with Billy yesterday. He obviously came off one of the biggest wins of his career at Crystal Palace just a few weeks ago now. Is there any sort of news surrounding what could be next for Jack?
Well, listen, as Jack says, he wants to fight everyone and anyone. We'd fight Gilberto Ramirez, we'll fight Billy Smith, we'll fight Oppenheimer. That's where Jack is at the moment. I thought it was a good performance by Jack to an extent. There's a lot of things he could have done better and there's things we've got to work on, but I think his inactivity and only having a 1-round win since the Parker fight played into that. Now hopefully we can get him out in October now, but listen, if Billy Smith can't do the fight with Ramirez, let's do that. They fought as amateurs. It's a good domestic fight, and it's one that most probably could have up in Manchester at the Co-op Arena. I think that's a great fight, and it could be one of like a Magnificent 7, Famous 5 type of shows. Do you understand?
I was going to say Oppenheimer seems to think that Billy Smith unification is probably his biggest fight in the cruiserweight division, but if Billy Smith doesn't want that fight, it's the Oppenheimer fight, something could really be on the cards for Jack?
Listen, we don't know. I think for titles wise, I think Oppenheimer would want it. I wouldn't say Chris Billy Smith wouldn't want the fight. Chris Billy Smith's a fighter, he'll fight anybody, and we've seen that with his career. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens in that situation, but Jack's up for fighting everyone and anyone.
Last time I spoke to you up in Liverpool, you were saying that Lawrence Coley was back over in Dubai, just sort of, yeah, just keeping himself busy after his previous capture of the WBC Bridgerweight title. Is he now back training? Is he back over in Manchester?
No, he's not in Manchester yet. He's over in Dubai. He's training. The finishing touches to a restaurant that they're opening over there. Well, Lawrence in training, speaking to him every second, every third day. He's working, he's doing some S&C work now, and next week I'll be back out there, and most of us will all be going into camp.
Where do you see the long-term future for Lawrence Coley? Sticking around at Bridgerweight, or is a heavyweight move inevitable?
No, I think if you look at Lawrence, he weighed in for his world title fight at 16 stone, the same as what Usyk did. I think that's a natural progression to heavyweight, and yeah, if he is at a defence of his Bridgerweight next, we'll most really like to see him in the heavyweight division, and I think it'll be a good addition to the heavyweight division as well.
Over the weekend we saw Derek Chisora and Joe Joyce put on a real all-action fight, but a lot of people calling for both fighters to hang up the gloves and call it a day. What is your thoughts on their potential futures?
Yeah, we all thought that after Derek Chisora when he lost to Tyson Fury, but he's come back, and it was that his last big hurrah, we don't know, but now Derek has been over there in Saudi, he's been at the events, doing his podcast. He wants the night in Saudi, he wants to be on one of them big shows, he wants to be part of Riyadh season, and if that's against Shang or whoever wins over the weekend, we've got your Millers and all them type of guys. Derek wants a big fight out there, and who can not want him to financially set himself up for life? And so as Joe Joyce, I think there's still life in Joe Joyce a little bit. Joe Joyce was only, what are we talking about? 1 round away from getting the win, 1 point away from getting the win. So there's life still in Joe Joyce. He's most probably got to look at things. He most probably took Derek a little bit too light and most probably readdress, but I still think there's miles in the clock for Joe. Not loads, but I still think both fighters will fight again, and I think there's a queue of people lining up wanting to take them on as well.
Will there be any concern that in later life they feel the effects of the amount of wars they've had over their long careers, because they've taken a lot of punishment, particularly Joe, who doesn't seem to improve that defence, and it seems to be getting worse, if anything.
You say that about Joe, but look at Derek Chisora, look at who he's fought. He's fought Klitschko, he's fought David Hayes, he's fought Tyson Fury. He's been with some really big hitters in the heavyweight division, Derek Chisora. And Joe Joyce as well. He's had a shortish career, really, not really been in with the biggest names yet, do you understand? And beat Joe Parker. But for long-term damage, that's that's a good thing about boxing. It's about getting out at the right time, like Carl Froch did. Most of the other fighters in the time, it's down the road, you don't know what's going to happen. And yeah, it's who knows, but we're in sport now, boxing, and it's still the hardest sport in the world, but we have more medical care now, more proper weigh-ins, more time to refuel, recovery, so the odds, but it's still not good to good. But some people say you're a long time retired and they want to be able to do it till they can do it, until the people closest to them tell them that they don't, then they'll carry on doing it.
Well, we'll be in Barnsley. There'll be a show going over in LA, obviously a big Riyadh season show topped by Madrimov and Terence Crawford. There's a lot of talk at the moment about Canelo being the next option for Crawford. For both fighters, is that something that makes sense?
I'd be interested to see what weight at, because Canelo at 168, getting him below that will be very, very hard. And I think that could be, I rate Terence Crawford, he's a very, very, very good fighter. I rate Canelo very, very good. And I think as Canelo, he isn't the Canelo's he was a few years ago, but he's still a very good fighter. And like Canelo, he went through the weights, and then he beat the kid that he couldn't beat in Bivol. Is Canelo the kid for Crawford that he can't beat because of just size and skill set? Do you know what I mean? That's what makes it fascinating. A good big one always beats a good little one. But Terence Crawford's on a good run of form now. It's not the youngest neither, both of them ain't the youngest, and is it just on the night a case of Terence Crawford having that little bit more speed, a little bit more freshness, a little bit more cuteness. But at the same time, I don't disrespect Canelo. Canelo's a great fighter. He's fought everyone and anyone. He's willing to go through all the divisions and has never done no one. How
many fights or years do you think Canelo's got left in the sport?
I think he knows himself. I think that fight with Crawford, unless there's an obscene amount of money presented to him, maybe $100 million, I won't put it past that type of figures being bandied about. I think Canelo knows himself when it's the right time. He's got a family there, he's married, the kids. Most sure says there's another 18 months left in Canelo.
Final bit of business, Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. A number of people I've spoke to recently say that mentality is a real factor that could edge the fight either way. Do you feel the same, and who do you feel has got the best mentality of the two?
I think it's a very good fight there. So we've seen Daniel Dubois, still only 26 or maybe 27 now. He had a huge setback early on in his career, got beat, got stopped, and he's come back. And he's come back with 2 fabulous wins that no one expected him to do that. And he's still only young, and I'd say he possibly is the future of the heavyweight division for his age and everything that he's doing. Anthony Joshua, he's had his setbacks, he's come back, he's had wins, and I'm really glad this fight's happening right here, right now, because Dubois is in a good run of form, and Anthony Joshua's in a good run of form. I've seen there today, Anthony Joshua, he's got a good sparring kid in Dreamland Milton, a very good fighter. Yeah, he's a very good fighter. I'm surprised no promoters are signing him up. I've seen him training over there in Saudi when they were over there. He was training with Ngannou. He's a very good fighter, and I thought, wow, they picked a good sparring partner for Joshua to replicate Daniel Dubois, and that's what it is. It's all in the preparation. Daniel Dubois, he's in a good run of form. He's got to get the right type of sparrings that'll mimic Anthony Joshua in the same way that Joshua now has got Miller. It's a great fight. people are quick to write Daniel Dwyer off straight away. Oh, he can't take these right hands, these kind of. But Anthony Joshua can't take right hands or left hooks neither. It is a fight. When one gets hit, do you know what I mean? Who's got to go? It isn't that Anthony Joshua isn't bulletproof and Daniel Dwyer isn't neither, and that's what makes this. It's got to be a good, great fight. We're all got to sit there. We're all got to go, ooh, and it's got to be a very, very good fight. But huge credit to Daniel Dwyer. I think the way that he's come back, I think his work ethic, his conditioning, the tempo that he set the pace last time was fantastic for a very, very good win against Hrgovic. That no one gave him a chance of really winning that. And who's not to say he not can upset the apple cart of Anthony Joshua. But then again, huge pressure for Anthony Joshua. Gets this win. Hopefully he gets the winner of Fury Usyk.
I said that was the final one. I have got one more. Tyson Fury saying that he's going to be sticking with his team and his corner ahead of the rematch against Alexander Usyk. The right decision for you?
That's that of Tyson Fury. It's that of his fighters, down to the people around him. Lessons would have been learned for what was going on in the corner. But you've got very good people in there. Sugar Hill, a good coach. Andy Lee, a very good coach. And obviously his dad was in there. He knows his son better. But I do feel there needs to have that agreement before they go in there. Listen, Sugar Hill needs to say, listen, if you want to say something, tell me while the round's going on. Don't all bombard them in the minute rest. Just let me do the talking, one voice in the corner. I am open. That's very much, when I'm in the corner, I have Quigg or I have Crawler or whoever. Tell me your thoughts. I'll ask you for your thoughts in case I'm not saying anything. But once we're on top, keep your mouth closed. I know that there'll be only one instruction, that keep it calm. But let me give you feedback as it goes on. And I think that'll be something that'll be put in place for that fight.
Joe, pleasure as always, and best of luck on Saturday.
See you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks.